Should be live
Daniel.
now.
There we go.
Should be live. On live. What is cloud gaming?
How's Google Stadia doing? Is that still a thing?
Well, apparently they're sending them out to people with YouTube Premium for free. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be good.
On it, yeah. Oh, they got NBA 2K21, so MKBHD will be happy.
2K21 didn't that come out like earlier this year? Like they all do.
Yeah, probably. Oh, it's alright, they've got Pac-Man.
Brilliant, just like the Atari VCS then.
Have you heard anything about when yours is going to be delivered?
I got an email to say make sure you finalise your order now before we ship them out. So apparently they've had delays with the controllers now, the joysticks, which I doubt because they were made by a third-party company, PowerA. So maybe they did have development issues, but I would think as they're fully set up and do third-party controllers anyway, that wouldn't be an issue.
So the Borderlands 3 is still the number 4th game from like the top on the Stadia games list, so I don't think they've really updated much on it.
No. Might not be able to get people to sign up to do it.
I thought it came out before 2019. That I thought Borderlands 3 was 2018. It feels longer than a year ago.
Yeah. I've still not played it. I've been waiting because I haven't done Borderlands 2 yet.
Yeah, I still haven't played 2. I remember I really got into it in college and just never went back to it afterwards.
Yeah, we played a lot. I think when we did co-op, still got further than that. Right, we might as well get started.
Crack on.
Right then. So this is apparently an Athlon X2, which I think is a bit new for the system. I don't know if it works. Got all the cables ready and everything. Really, really bad.
So what, these would have been too new for the system. I would have probably said it was about right. What's making you think that?
I don't know, man. Just seems a bit overkill. It's like my other machine there. There's a full-on gaming machine from the same time that's got an Athlon X2 as well. That's like 2005,
Yeah.
2006. So.
Is that the age? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's not good. Lights on the bulb, nobody's home. Hello? There's loose screws and all sorts in this.
So is this an Athlon 2 X2?
No, this is an Athlon 64 X2.
4 X2, yeah, okay.
So, first time round. I think these are the ones that run hot and aren't soldered to the IHS, they're actually just thermal compound.
Yeah, back in the day someone would have had a very nice business machine here.
Okay. Let's try shorting the pins instead. So this was in a skip. No, there's nothing. It might be
Trash
power
pick
supply
stuff.
that because the light's on there. Might be just the power supply that's causing it not to boot, so Try changing PSU first. So I'll bring the power button, see if that drains it. Oh no, I unplugged it. I thought that said saxophone then on the connector.
What saxophone is your PC speaker?
Sam phone. I thought it was saxophone. Oh, I see some of the caps are bulging as well.
Yeah, I noticed that on the close-up then. They don't look very good.
There's some over there as well. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not the worst I've seen, so I don't think that'd stop it from turning on. There's either something shorted in it underneath, or PSU's faulty as fuck. Yeah, get the screwdrivers out.
Yeah, the PC I had probably just a couple of years after this era of PC anyway. So what, 2007, 2008, the Core 2 Quad, that had some nice bulging caps, but you know, it seemed to be okay. I mean, this was sort of back before I was...
Is that the one I got you the replacement board for?
Yeah, that was the one, yeah.
Oh, mate.
I think that board, because I had two of them that were identical, I think.
Look at the crap in the fan. Oh dear.
I can't see. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I had two of those boards, and one of them had the bulging caps, but that wasn't the one that I needed to replace. It was another one which just died. Just some OEM MSI board.
That's not nice, is it?
No.
Right. There's the snips. Because they like the cable ties on these, especially.
So these are ones where the cable tie is so tight. And then you end up cutting the cable when you're trying to take your CPU power out.
It's a bit bundled up there. I think it's the one after these, the HP Pro Towers after these with the Athlon 2. They're a bit of a mess with the cables just lumped in the middle.
I think we're quite familiar with the next generation of HP Pro Towers, yeah.
The next generation. Mate, I'm telling you, it's the future. There we go. It's got a fair bit of weight to it. Oh, look at all them leaves and stuff there. Amazing. Amazing. Nice.
Oh.
Right, I know this one works, so if it blows up, I'll be disappointed. Oh, it's a 20 pin. Will it boot? Let's see. It's not a 24 pin connector. I think that's gonna be okay. Maybe.
Yeah, it'd be
Look,
fine.
it's even got an AT power connector in there. Right. I've not put RAM in it yet because I don't want to blow anything up. Me good RAM shall not be sacrificed.
What are we dealing with here? Is it DDR1 or 2?
Don't know.
Sort of over that crossover period, isn't it?
I
Really?
think it's likely to be DDR2. No, still nothing.
Oh yeah, true. I think we probably made these for quite some years after as well, so probably DDR2 then.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now, okay. There's probably screws under this board that's shorting it out. I can see there's one there at the bottom. There it is.
Not the first PC I actually took apart and rebuilt myself, because it wasn't one that I built from scratch. And I didn't trust myself with new parts. And I took it all apart, put it all back together. Everything seemed to be going okay until I powered it back on and something started smoking. And you think it'd put me off for life, but you know, I was like, I was sworn that that was what I was made to do in life, so I just went back to it.
Alright, I'm gonna whiz this out because I knew this was dead anyway. Surprisingly though, there was a few of them out of the skip that wouldn't work, apart from one of them, which is the next board I'm about to put in, and it was the worst of the bunch, so that was nice. Check the CMOS jumper isn't on. Maybe not. Yeah, well I don't know which position is going to be on or not.
You know, just take it off.
Yeah, that'd do it, wouldn't it? But I doubt it. It's a bit corroded as well, so let's try it anyway. I don't know why it would be though, because this, you know, it had the original screws in the side panel and everything about it. But
Doesn't
then
look
again,
like anyone's been in here to clean it.
yeah. Then again, yeah. Then again, the RAM and the hard drive are missing. The good old take
true.
all the memories.
Take all the memories. Switch the CMOS jump around so it doesn't power on. That's the best form of security right there, isn't it? Don't bother taking your hard drive out. Just jump the CMOS so it can't start up.
Yeah. Still dead. Oh well. We'll put a working system in here. Because the case itself's fine. It's a nice little case actually. Compact, black on the outside. What do you want? Massive speaker in front. Let's see what the CPU is. Place your bets. So we know it's an Athlon 64 X2.
Pentium 4.
Oh man, come on. Yeah, I know some older machines wouldn't boot at all if it didn't have a CMOS battery. But I think that's really old stuff. Maybe like 386, 286. Right, what's the CPU? It's probably going to be like 2,500 or 3,000 plus or something daft.
Have you done the Dell Optiplex trick where you got to unplug it and hold the power button?
I do that in work quite regular. Yeah.
You tried it with this one?
Probably. I'm not trying again now, I've got this far. I need some tissue. I didn't plan for this. Take that one off the list if you're playing bingo. Hold on.
Yeah, you could probably get it nice and toasty with the cooler off. And cook your dinner on it.
Wait. Oh, I'm not plugging the power supply back in now. No way.
What do we have?
Right.
It's going to be an Athlon 2. Athlon X2.
Well, it's AM2, so let's see. $5,000? Holy shit. That's a good chip. Alright, well, I'll keep that.
Very nice business machine.
As long as that isn't dead, I'll keep that. I've actually got 4,000 here. Brand new. Sealed. Look at that. So it can go along with it on the shelf of never being used.
Oh, you've got a problem with your Streamlabs link there, apparently. Oh yeah.
On other sites. What Streamlabs link?
On the one in your description.
What is it? I haven't set anything up, so if that's why, that's why. Oh, is it like a donation link or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll just leave it.
Doing a bit of donating.
Available. What's this video on YouTube? Oh right, so you can you click it and the stream's in there as well. But it says no because I haven't enabled it. Oh man, no. You ready?
Oh.
I can see it just at the edge. It's not very good. Oh, Jesus.
You might find the reason it's not starting. Oh.
And I've just found another issue actually.
Been used outdoors, this PC.
The IO shield isn't an IO shield, it's part of the back. So
might have
the
to
board
cut
might
it
not
out.
even fit. Let's see. Introducing the big fella. Oh, it's the same IO. Right, so this is what came out of another machine. A nice quality board from MSI, of course. And this is a socket 754 Sempron that works. It's literally the worst of the bunch. Oh, look at that. Sempron 3000, so I know it works. So I'm going to repaste that and stick it in. But first, let's hoover that stuff up. I won't go too crazy.
Come well prepared. Didn't even think you'd need the vacuum cleaner.
The only thing I have forgotten is the bloody bog roll so far, which wasn't that hard to get. Panic buying and all that. I'm joking.
One of those, are you?
No. Awful. Right. Oh. That's not nice. Daughter.
Is that an insect as well?
What?
Like right in the centre of the screen? And it's just a bit of dust, I think.
It might be something, but it's dead.
It's a bit crusty.
I don't think it's a threat to us.
Nice bit of rust on that screw.
Alright. Alright. There's rust all over the rear IO as well. Oxidation. They were all like this. Obviously being in a skip, you know, and the UK and all that. It's got rained on, so but it works. So I'm not gonna question that one. That's one of those where you need a brush. How many brushes go on walkies? Right, it's going in. Put new paste on it anyway. Go on, Mr. Camera.
Yeah, it reminds me of my last job actually, when I worked at the computer shop, and we used to just get random PCs coming in from outside and stuff. Not literally that.
From literally outside.
Like they'd just come from other businesses, and it was always like the warehouse ones and that kind of thing, where they'd have like saws around, and it would just collect the dust in the PC.
Yeah.
And it was always like really thick, and there must have been a new PC we built for one of these, and then sort of within a matter of months, definitely it came back to us for a clean out. Still working though.
So this board, I think the just doesn't quite line up the same. A few millimeters tolerance. Yeah. Let's try it again. I love getting the compressor out and just blasting him, but it's a bit loud.
Did you end up getting a compu cleaner?
No, I was going to get one though. They're worthwhile. Right, I can only put 3 screws in this. It doesn't quite line up for some reason.
Yeah, I'm amazed the I/O plate's the same.
Yeah. Right, that's being in. I assume you mean Quadro. Yeah, I wish I found a Quadro outside. Oh man, there's something else in that. Oh, it's patina. I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I wasn't sure. It looked incorrect, NVIDIA Quattro, but I couldn't really figure out why. It's like, no, Quattro's Audi.
Yes. That's what happens when you work on cars all day.
Yeah.
I just blew on it then, and all the leaves went.
Oh, was it one of those breakout cables that you needed for it, something?
Oh yeah, those. It's like DVI, but it's just all a grid of pins.
Yeah. It's got a name, hasn't it? But I can't remember what it is.
Not today, it's a Saturday. Bit of overtime. Time and a half. Lighting. Oh, there's one cap on this. Oh, 2 caps with a little bulged. Fucking. Not putting that rear fan back in. And
Yeah, DMS 59 sounds familiar. Remember, because I had to look it up recently, because we had a Quadro card or something that needed a breakout for.
right. I wonder when I'll upgrade my PC. Not this one. My main PC.
You're giving it an upgrade now, you're giving it a motherboard which actually turns on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm upgrading my PC. Dual monitor solution, 59 pins. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. It's like DVI. Ah, right, and this one won't sit flush because it's longer than the other power supply. Time to get the hammer out.
Why is it such a long power supply?
It's a bit longer than the original, I think.
Is that longer than standard? A little bit, isn't it?
I would focus it, but I'm really not asked.
It's not worth the focusing.
It's not worth it, is it? Let's be honest. You get the gist. One's longer than the other.
At least you're not dealing with any proprietary connectors off that, though.
Yeah, it's before they started doing it, basically.
Well, was it ever really a thing on HPs, or am I thinking Dell?
They've all done it now.
Dell are very guilty of it, I know.
There we go. Just bend that tab in there. Dell, and we went over.
I remember doing a lot of Optiplex 780s and having to order the small form factor power supply, and they had a proprietary connector on, I think.
Yeah. The mid towers, the regular mid towers were like standard, pretty standard. I think up to like 4th gen, and then the cheese grater ones.
Yep.
And then they changed them. So the one in work that I've got's like 30-40 tower or something, or 30-20 tower. With a 45-70, and that's got these stupid. It's like a 16-pin connector instead of a 24. And then there's another connector down here that breaks out for SATA power. So there's only one cable coming from the power supply, so you can't use anything else. What a load of bullshit.
Yep.
Might as well buy a new PC. And there's only 2 DIMM slots, whereas the older ones had 4 as well, so you could load up more RAM.
We're sending out a load of. We've got about 17 Optiplex 3070s.
Oh yeah, here we go.
That are going to be sent out.
The bad boy. Oh, that's a bit too close.
Got the fella on it.
It's got the fella on it.
It's got the angry fella.
And it's got a Molex power connector.
This time, this was before the migraine fella on Nvidia's side, wasn't it?
It's not the migraine man. The BFG cards. No. This what is it? X800 XT. Now this, I got on a PC that I got for free. Yeah. But I don't know if it works. I cleaned it all out completely and that and repasted it, but I don't know if it works. So we'll find out.
I love the look of those older cards though.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Looks really good.
Yeah, bloody ADC. You can do sound over DVI as well, which was nice.
The best one was when they ditched ADC, and if you wanted to use an ADC monitor, you would suddenly need to use a breakout cable. So your one cable, really neat solution, just turned into a complete rat's nest behind the desk. That was probably when they switched to Mac Pro, or possibly Power Mac G5 actually.
Yeah, I think it was G5.
G5 might have had it because they had the. Did they have the 6800 Ultra in the G5, which had the display connector to run 30-inch display? There was definitely something around that era that couldn't drive 25, 65, 1600.
I'm sure I've got a rusty Nvidia card in my G5 that's dual DVI, but I can't remember the others.
That was it. 6800 Ultra had dual DVI, and you had to use them both.
I've got a card down there I'll pull out in a sec.
Because they tried to sell you 2 of them, so you could run 2 screens.
Brilliant.
Oh, G5 did have ADC, okay.
We're in. Right then, so
now they've sort of gone back to that with the new Mac Pro, like where they've changed. They're not just standard PCI Express slots, are they? Or is it the MPX slot?
MPX, that's it.
They
Yeah.
contain power as well. Yeah, they've gone back to doing that.
Bit of cable management.
It's quite cool having the power all integrated. It looks really good, but the one time you actually need to install something which needs just standard auxiliary power, which is probably going to be quite common in the pro space, you know, you're going to have wires running through the case, and at that point, well, I don't know, once you've got one wire exposed, the whole thing that whole thing's ruined.
Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Get it. Loads of RAM. I've just put 256 meg RAM in it.
Ooh.
Oof. Now I'll just press this button here and we'll go over to the VGA capture card. That's a lie. Oh, there's no CMOS battery. Do it the old school way. Yeah, buddy. And it still doesn't work because I haven't plugged in the connector. Oh, bollocks. This is going to be the same pinout. Yep. There we go.
Reminds me of the mounts you can get for Dell and HPs, where they'll sell you the monitor with a bracket on the back and you can just stick the whole tower on.
Tower on? No, you don't need a tower on, you need a Sempron.
Oh, we got one of those. A working one as well.
Pretty quiet. It is. Smells. Can't believe it recognised all the RAM. That's good going, that. All the RAM, all of it.
Whatever will you do with all that RAM?
Yeah. The fan, I lubricated the bearings, but I haven't had it on since, so I don't know if it'll have made its way around. Right, okay. Cell menu. Cell menu. 1.8 gigahertz. Okay. Oh, what's that? Full logo show. Here we go. Let's see what this logo is. Vesa Enhanced. Whoa, V class. Oh yeah, MSI V class. Class. Vesa Enhanced Video Connector. That was the one. Video, audio, firewire, and USB. PC's version of ADC. Bloody hell, never seen one of those.
No, me neither. It must have been early 2000s of Firewire.
I can imagine it now. Can imagine it now. Windows XP Media Center PC, some Sony thing. You watch.
You can plug your iPod straight into it.
Oh, why has it come back on? Off. Class. Stay off.
V class.
Right, it's off. I don't know why it has an issue with that. Right, next. This fine specimen of a hard drive.
Oh,
Pull the
nice
plug, it'll
crunchy
turn
Mac.
off then. I'll try that next time. Max to 160. 2004. Jesus. None of this SATA shit. Slow school, old school.
Yeah, I've got a spare 40 gig Max to line around, actually, an IDE one. It looks the same as that. Must be the same. I was thinking of using it to support the monitor clamp for my desk.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, instead of actually, because to be fair, there's probably no other use. It's probably dead.
Oh, it just sounds like ear-piercingly loud. Which I can demonstrate.
I used to have it in my last server because that had IDE.
Bloody hell.
We had SATA as well, but there was an IDE connector on the board. So I think I ran like the odd website off it, something which wasn't gonna batter the hard drive.
I don't know what's on this drive either. We're gonna find out. And we've got a totally legitimate copy of Windows XP to install, so
yeah. Definitely, that's how they actually came from Microsoft, wasn't
I
it?
think so, yeah. It's Bill Gates, I'm writing that before he left. Just thought, you know what, I'll handwrite some of them.
Like the first press.
First pressing, yeah. On CDR. You know, they just couldn't get the staff.
4U server with ID RAID card, 8 ID hard drives. Ran like crap, but played Minecraft server farm. Yeah. That's pretty much all I was using my old server for at that point. I wasn't really doing any file shares. And yeah, surprisingly how much you can actually do on the old hardware. Especially when it comes to game hosting and stuff. It doesn't really take a lot, I suppose.
Oh dear. Is there anything on it? I remember when first time I ran a Minecraft server, it was on an Athlon 64. And I was like, holy shit, 4 gigs of RAM, that's loads. And it was, to be fair.
Yeah.
It was back then. DDR1, 4 gigs, all 4 slots. There it is. There mustn't be anything on it, or it's not spinning, one of the two. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's spinning. Maybe it's buggered.
Yeah, might as well make the most of it if you've got it.
I'll turn that off right now.
That MineOS,
Shit.
well, it's like,
Oh no, I can't get out of
oh no.
it. Bollocks. Oh, that's good.
I have to go to biospw.net or whatever it is.
What's the thing now?
.org. Yeah, there's that Linux distribution that you can run. Was it just based on Debian, I think, for MineOS? And it's a Minecraft server and it runs pretty well. Been happy with that ever since switching to that.
Yeah, it works alright. It's a bit of a nightmare. Obviously,
I mean,
the web
as long as you
UI
enable
is
FTP,
not very.
it's not too bad. Although I was having a moment the other day when I was trying to update the Minecraft server, and I couldn't figure out why it was dumping me in the home folder on FTP, and I couldn't figure out how to get back to like the root folder. It was just a moment. It was literally right there in front of me, and I just failed to see it. I was stuck on it for about 45 minutes.
Not the best.
You live and learn.
Or not.
Or when I locked myself out of it as well, I was typing in my password, but it wouldn't accept it because the keyboard layout was different on the VM.
I've locked it out like that before. That's nice. And the documentation's awful. Lithium server. What is that? The Minecraft server? Putting the disk drive in. And then we can install glorious Windows XP. Don't all cheer at once. Get in now. Sorry, that's right next to the microphone. Maybe I have to put. I think I have to turn it off. Oh, mate, stop now. How many screws are going to be in the front? Because it's a HP. Full set.
Is it?
Yeah, buddy. Full set of screws.
Not bad.
Hard drive screws. CD-ROM screws. Oh, there's a screw here that says speaker lock. Yeah.
Is there not one for securing your saxophone though?
Yeah. There's a saxophone connector for the front speaker. It's like MIDI, but not. Just one instrument.
Yeah, you have to plug in the whole band.
It's like Optifine, but for server. Changes no features to make the server jar run much more effectively. Yeah, sounds good to me. Hopefully this is one of them drives that's really bloody loud.
48X.
72X. That's what it sounds like. They should have put that on the box as a feature. Sounds like a 72X, and then in small type it says like 32 speed. As long as the disc doesn't explode, I think we'll be fine. Right. Picture time. Hello, picture please. Oh, I put it into the wrong thing.
You didn't plug it into the onboard, did you?
I did. Yes.
Oh.
I thought it was the other system. Oh, and I haven't plugged the disk drive in, have I? Come on. Mate, I'll just boot it off the network. Off. Brought me best IDE cable for this stream. Look at it.
Oh, so that is
above and beyond the quality of any other manufacturer. You want to get a new link?
even got the label on it still.
Yeah, it's fresh. This. Oh dear, what was that? I wanted to get from another machine. I wanted to get them. Remember those Akasa UV ones? They're all in different colours. You could get them in Maplins.
Cables or the machines?
Cables, like that. Where they went like that, but they were like red or green or something.
Yeah, I think so.
They were pretty sick. With the bloody turbine case.
Yeah, turbine case. iCute.
iCute turbine.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't say that.
Yeah, I always wanted that case.
Look at them. Well, I did want one, yeah.
Maybe one day I'll get it.
Well, one of my friends had one.
Did he?
I remember he built, was it a Phenom? It wasn't a Phenom 2 though.
Right.
What was it?
Yeah, that's what I wanted for my Phenom machine. Back
Like a
in
Phenom 9500 or something. It was quad core, definitely.
9550.
9550 was probably it.
It's a good machine.
And he had it in the turbine case.
Bloody hell. There's Akasa cables and these UV lights. It's not completely ridiculous because it was a massive fan in the front of the case. It wasn't just for show. It just looked ridiculous. I ended up getting
For a gearbox.
I ended up getting a fake Alienware rip-off case instead from Aria for some reason, because I thought it was the coolest thing. And I
Well,
must
the
have
one where
just
there's a
gone off
picture of
the
you
other case.
posing with a thumbs up and you can see it in the background. Oh, I'm thinking, I swear there's a picture of you with like a computer.
No, that's another PC from the dump.
How was it?
Yeah.
Is that the one with like the...
It's got all the
ones
different
going
coloured
on
lights in it.
inside?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to put one in the front of this case. It's gonna need it for this CPU. Oh, it's boot order. Wrong again. Boot from CD failed. Put the disc in. Fuck. I'm slipping today. Is that can of Guinness?
I don't know what you're on about, mate. This computer's fine. It's already booted into XP. You're just pissed.
Oh, wow. Alright, let's detect the drive. Oh, good selection of floppy drives though. Oh, speaking of 48 volt fans, these aren't 48 volt fans, but they've got to be my favourite fan. These bloody Nidec ones. Look how wide they are. This is out of that Dell XPS.
Sick fan. Oh yeah, you still got that?
Yeah, it's in the loft. I don't know what to do with it, so I wanted to put these on the radiator I've got in the PC I'm using for streaming, but the screws aren't long enough because it's a really low fin density on the radiator, so you can push a shitload of air through it.
What are you using to stream? It's not your own PC, is it? Something else?
It's FX 6300 at 5 GHz. liquid cooled with the Radeon HD 7990. And OBS actually uses hardware acceleration on that card.
Mm.
It's not doing that, it's not finding it at all. I've got another disc somewhere. The 240 volt fans are crazy. No, I won't pick from the disc. It's not even spinning it up though, so I don't know if it's the drive.
It's probably the drive with it being a Mac store.
No, CD drive. It's the CD.
Oh.
Put another disc in. Try another disc. It might be struggling. Or it might be the laser, and that's why it's not spinning it up. Oh, I'm not doing it with the USB. That's not period correct. It's flashing. Just thinking about it. Your school used to do that. Bloody hell. You have a USB stick big enough? Saying that, I think I had a 4 gig USB stick when I was in year 8.
4 gig USB sticks. I remember someone bragging about them. Pulled it out of his school blazer. It's like 4 gig. right.
Mate, there was massive 4 gig. I used to have shit.
It was though to me. Yeah, it was. And it was nice. It was like, it was tiny as well, but it was like all metal. Looks sleek, you know. It was like the scene in American Psycho where they compared business cards.
Yeah. Just slide this USB stick across the table.
Yeah, no, you know. I had to get back and whip my 4 gig out as well.
Yeah. Slot loader. I know this works. Pioneer slot loader.
I used to have an integral 256 meg one in blue.
Yeah, I had that one. And then I had a 1 gig. And then I had a 4
And
gig.
you can already picture it in your mind when you just say integral 256 meg. You know the shape
You know which one it is.
Yeah. I mean, I had it. I don't know where it is now. Definitely lost.
This drive is loud. There you go. Looks a treat though. There we go. Let's try in. Oh yes!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go.
Good
The
old
one with the
Pioneer.
silver band, that's the one. It had like a bit of a, sort of like a,
Yeah, the silver band around it, yeah. It was amazing.
yeah.
They were the go-to.
Courier blue, that's the one.
Courier blue. They still make them.
Yeah, apparently so. The one I'm looking at is 256 gigs.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah.
I think that's what I'll have to do. I'll have to get the 256 gigabyte one. For old time's sake. Do you remember the PNY one I had in college?
That was the pits, that.
That was actually terrible. It used to hang every computer that you. It was like the USB killer.
Yeah, I ended up resoldering the integral one as well. I can't remember why. I think it was just wobbling it in the socket or something. Sounds like it's struggling, that's what. Might be the discs. Move the camera. There you go. It is loaded. Very slowly.
Ha sido un super placer compartir esta hora de música contigo. Espero que hayas disfrutado
maybe just used to seeing it load off a USB, possibly.
Mm.
Well, I thought it would probably move a bit faster off a disk.
Hello, Carl. How are you doing?
Hey, Carl.
You want a broken power supply? It's free, you just have to pick it up. It weighs a ton, so you know it's quality. Although it says light on.
How about offering him that working AM2 board that you took out?
Oh yeah, I've got another. In fact, I've still got the CMOS battery in it. It's basically brand new. Don't mind the rust on the screws. It's nothing to worry about. It totally works. Someone didn't leave it outside. Wouldn't dream of it. I'm sure this is a lot slower than it's supposed to be. But this drive does work. It's getting rather hot in here.
Oh, see, I didn't even have the nerve to do anything like that at school, put Linux onto a USB. I mean, it crossed my mind, but I just knew instantly I would get found out.
Well,
It wasn't worth the risk to me.
the last day in high school, I was going to install Ubuntu on one of the PCs because the BIOS was like locked, passworded, but the first thing it booted from was a CD. Yeah. So as long as you could get the CD drive open, because everyone took the fucking rubber bands off the motor for the eject mechanism. As long as you could get the drive open, I could have installed it. Yeah, it's not messing these storage drivers. It probably is though. I wouldn't be surprised if this can't find the storage drivers, because it is about 2004, 3 years after XP would have come out, and it's only Service Pack 2. So what was Service Pack 2? Like the year before, well, 2002, 2003 or something.
Yeah, the best PCs in school are the ones which would never apply the GPOs, so you could just run anything you wanted off them.
Ah, brilliant. Just unplug the network cable right after you log in.
Mate, you wouldn't even have to. Like half of the PCs at school, they're all just, I guess, probably just need to rejoin to the domain, but my god.
Well, the best PCs we had in school, I've got one in the loft.
We had when I started at high school, so this was 2007.
Oh mate, it's got the drive of the Pack 2.
Every PC in high school was Pentium 4 in 2007, so it's like, it's still, I guess, serviceable for that time, but
yeah, it's Pentium 4, and then we got some
get into the end.
They were slow as fuck.
And then instead of, I thought we were going to get Core 2 Duos, but we just got Pentium D. Oh no, wait, we didn't even get that. We got Pentium 4, but with the new, the new sticker. So we just socket 775 ones instead. Just like the pale blue Intel sticker.
Yeah.
And it was just like, well, why? This is a technology, like school based, like for technology, and they will not buy us Core 2 Duo machines in like the IT department was all Pentium 4s. It was just Pentium 4s up until 2011.
Jesus. Yeah,
And then
Novell. I remember we had
Sandy Bridge i3s after that.
That's quite the upgrade.
Yeah.
We had a computer that was an ex-university Dell Optiplex, and it was Windows 2000 Pro with Novell. What was it called now? Netware or something. Can't remember.
Yeah, that sounds right. Novel Network.
That was the fastest machine we had for a good while. Pentium 3, 1 GHz. booted up, and it seemed like it wasn't that long at all until you were at the login screen. Then you'd log in, and you knew it was quick when the taskbar and the desktop icons appeared like immediately. Network, yeah. Zeus Enterprise, really?
Still miss the old RM machines from primary school.
Yeah, I actually found the model of basically my first PC, Pentium 2 which is an RM accelerator.
Did yours have just the standard Windows desktop? Because ours had like a front end over them, which changed the logon screen. It was Windows 98, but it had a different logon screen, and it had like a different desktop that was sort of easier for kids to use. And it was just the desktop would be full of icons, like all these different windows categorizing like these different applications. They were just all games pretty much. But yeah, I remember that was like quite early on using a computer.
Yeah. I'm not finding on the disc. It's gonna be the disc with it clicking so much. Hold on. Oh yes. Perfect. It's not Pro.
Is this another one? Is this another Bill Gates copy?
Yeah.
First press of SP3.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Time to change the station. It's kind of shit.
Yep, create ACPI. Remember that as well.
Actually, the product key on the case is legit.
There's one PC in one of our classrooms which wasn't ACPI compliant, so it would always have that nice orange glow to it when it was turned off.
Dude, that's sick.
It's no safe to turn off your computer.
Oh dear. That's what our Pentium 2 was like.
Surprised
That's out for now, yeah. Oh, it shouldn't need more RAM because I think the minimum is 64 meg. Oh, it seems to have got further anyway, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a offer code on eBay at the moment. Purchase 20 and you can get a Switch Lite for 175 quid, brand new. It is a deal in my opinion. I don't know if it's slipstreamed. It's not my disc. It's one I found in a drive.
I didn't know that was a requirement for SP3. I didn't know they bumped up the RAM requirement.
I definitely found it. It's not my handwriting. And I'd show you my handwriting, but man's missing a marker.
Yeah, it was SP3 when that was the one. You really added like all the security stuff to it, wasn't it? And like, was that when you introduced Windows Update as well?
Wasn't that Windows Firewall they added in, like the proper full thing?
And the security center as well.
Security center, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
As well as shitloads of security stuff. Well, like bug fixes.
Oh yeah, and Wi-Fi.
Cool.
Yeah.
This seems to be going better. A little bit faster.
Remember our XP machine was terrible though. you would have to wait. It'd have to be switched on for about an hour and a half before the cursor would stop freezing. It was. I never never got to the bottom of that.
They like warm up.
Pretty much, yeah. It was like warming your car up, but you know, that instead of a few minutes or like a couple of minutes, it was like an hour and a half.
XP was a pain to connect to Wi-Fi anyway, because you had to go like into this whole separate menu to. It's not like it is now, where it's just a pop-up. We've got it easy these days. Just no privacy.
Service Pack 3 had WPA2 support as well. I seem to remember not being able to connect it to WPA2 at one point.
Come on, we must be nearly there. It just had the perk driver. Carl, that must have been what, OS 10.4 or something like that. 10.1 through 10.4 for like XP sort of age.
10.4 is probably closer to Vista, isn't it?
And it's like 2005ish. Tiger, yeah.
Oh no, it was Leopard. That was
10.5
the
though.
directs. Yeah.
Which, to be fair, looks amazing, as well as Vista did as well, graphically. It's such a big jump. I mean, not on the Mac side, I mean, it always looks sick on the Mac side, to be fair, but oh dear, what's happened? Right, okay.
I think the Mac's always looked very good though. I mean, they've always looked very good for like the design of them and stuff, you know, the operating system, the animations and everything's very clean.
Yeah, Naoki, we spoke about this, OS 9's a shit show. I'm going to add more RAM as well. Hold on.
I used to like, even like the most subtle thing when you use a Mac, and it'd be on like screensaver, and you would move the cursor and it would fade back into the desktop, like it would fade, it wouldn't just drop you out of it. It was just, everything was very sort of refined feeling about it.
It's DDR as well, isn't it? So, if I can fire 2 sticks. I've only got one 1 gig stick. Did you remember learning, what was it? Macromedia, was it Flash?
Yeah, I have to do that.
Is that what we did? Or was it like Shockwave? I can't remember. Bullshit. Oh, what the fuck it was. Really helped my career. Get off! Jesus. My power button's temperamental.
Fireworks rings a bell, but I can't remember exactly what.
Yeah, Fireworks.
I had to do Flash, I know
Macromedia
that.
Dreamweaver.
I think I managed to avoid Dreamweaver, but we were forced to do front page in high school at one point.
Bloody hell.
I was
Good
like,
wiggle.
this is going to pass off as a web design lesson. We're going to make everything with tables. Right. Absolutely terrible.
Photoshop CS1, I bet that was amazing. Especially on a Mac. Right, we've got a gig of RAM in now. I think it works.
It's funny actually, isn't it, like how earlier versions of Mac OS 10
Yeah, we're not posted.
were very good, like window management wise. Like you could, really good window management with Expose and then everything in the, the multiple desktops. And then I must say it doesn't seem as good as it was back then when I was using it when I had my Retina MacBook Pro. And I just always get like confused with window management on that. I could never like figure it out, but
have they even got split screen yet in Mac OS?
I think that's what it is. I think since Windows 7 introduced the sort of window snap feature, I've gotten very complacent with that. So whenever I use a Mac now, I sort of get lost with like the window management side of things and just not very efficient with it.
Doesn't like this stick around at all. I'll have to call in the backups. Hold on. Show us your RAM. Aha.
Yeah, I was always in the window drop down at the top of the screen. I was always there. I never really got into using like expose massively for window management and stuff in macOS.
It was good though.
I do like how you can hold on the application icon though in the dock, and it'll just show you the windows for that app. That's really good. But then Windows does that nowadays as well, I guess. So.
Seems to be a mark on it. Yeah, I only found another 256 gig stick, so.
256 gig? Oh man,
gig?
that's quite the upgrade.
Oh shit. Yeah, now we're running 512 gig.
Basically the Mac Pro.
Come on, you beat. Yes! Brilliant. Yes, there is no CMOS battery. Don't tell me the fucking floppy disks failed. Oh, Carl. Of course the Linux user is going to tell us he's using it. Though it looks like you've been struggling with it when you've reinstalled recently.
Thinking of getting another M.2 drive actually, that reminds me, and putting Linux on it just to mess around with and stuff. Because I did used to use it back when I was at university a bit. And just never, I just used Windows for the games really. But Linux got a lot better with that, so I was thinking of giving it another go. The only thing that always keeps me coming back though to Windows and like Mac OS would have to be like the Adobe suite of apps really more than anything.
Everyone complains about it, but like I found nothing that works just as well as Photoshop does.
It's Photoshop. That's the only thing that you know.
Other than it updating itself and then the icon on the pin to the taskbar doesn't work. Yeah, I like that.
You know, I don't really have any other requirements to be honest.
Oh, not this again. It's going well.
I used to like the wobbly windows in Linux.
Root menu, please. Yeah, the wobbly windows.
That's probably like
no.
That was probably when I was trying to bump to 8.04 or something.
I actually ordered discs back in 2009. You could order discs for free.
Yeah.
And so somewhere I've still got a 9.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , 0.04 , properly printed and everything with the like the card fold thing, sleeve. Yeah, I mean it's, I don't know, Linux is, it's useless to me. And then this is where someone says, oh well, you can do everything you do on Windows. You know, it took me about 3 years to set it all up. Point proven. I know what I should do. I should install Ubuntu, and then I can be a elite hacker man. Actually, no. We'll install Gentoo with the Arch instructions, and we'll fire up VirtualBox and run Windows in it, because then I can do stuff.
History repeated itself.
Yeah. That was a good day.
Come on then, do that. We'll do a 48-hour stream.
Installing Gentoo using the Arch Linux installation instructions. That'd be good. We'll play Windows. Yeah. And that one game that's any good. What was it? Tux Kart or something? Tux Racer.
Tux Racer. Mm-hmm.
That's a great game.
I have to phone up Northwest Linux.
Oh, Northwest Linux. And ask him how I use it. Why I should use it, and just end up being on the phone for 2 hours.
I don't know how many vans they must have, but I always see them about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to think it's just one van. It's just like one.
It's probably just the same van.
Yeah.
That penguin fuck on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember XP taking this long. It certainly didn't on the other machine, but this one's a bit shit. Loading the drive is quite quick. Pull it right out.
Oh, maybe it's because
Frozen
they're actually
bottle.
based in Ormskirk.
Oh.
I used to live there, so that's probably why.
Oh, they're just in the northwest, and that's why we see them all the time.
Yeah.
That might be why.
Linux users are like vegans. Yeah.
I bet vegans use Linux. No, they've definitely got a MacBook that they spill coffee on at Starbucks. It's coffee vegan. I think I saw a Starbucks
without
advert
milk,
one day that
I'd
was
imagine
like
so.
on about vegan coffee. Oh, not this again. What is going on?
I think it's the Max hard drive.
Well, we got further last time, but it was complaining. What was it saying last time? Complained about memory. Oh, oh mate, look at that. It's a bit. Oh,
Maybe it's just.
I should
it's
clean
just
the
time to
disc.
buy a new computer
I think-
and stop using XP.
I just realised it's a DVD with XP on it.
What a waste.
If we just shout BIOS at it, I tried that. Give it a spit shine. Let's try it again. It didn't turn itself back on this time, at least. BIOS.
Yeah, did you actually try loading any of the IDE drivers?
No.
No, it might be worth it, I
Because it
suppose.
detected it last time, remember? It showed me the partitions on the disk and everything, let me format it. And then it was saying when it was installing that it had run out of RAM or something. Yeah, toothpaste. Probably better toothpaste on it. I'm sure I've used that disk before. It could be because of the SATA. Yeah, let's try that then. I'm not using the SATA, so turn it off. Not integrated. So, yeah. Oh, it's disabled anyway.
Have you got the SCSI installed?
No.
It don't work without the SCSI.
No, it's IDE Cal. Give it one more go and then I'm gonna try something else. Fucking floppy disk fail, you watch. Disable the controller and it still says floppy disk fail. Maybe need a CMOS battery. Haha. Oh, I wasn't quick enough. It's a socket 754. The Sempron 3000. To be fair though, it could be faulty because all I've done to this is plugged it in and turned it on and made sure it posts. So it could still be a hardware issue with the board.
This is true.
Or it could need that CMOS battery that, well, I might put in. Yeah, it's got two SATA ports on the board, but we've disabled the controller. When was SATA? 2003, 2004-ish. It must have been first gen SATA this. Well, it is, but it must have been one of the first boards with it. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, it'd be 1.5 SATA 1.
I'll have to come by and post through my XP SP3 disc.
I'm sure I burnt one fresh. I can't find it though. I mean, legitimate disc is somewhere. I'm sure you can get me one from work actually. In that box.
Oh yes. Right next to back office server.
Oh, where did I put that now? Somewhere. I've actually got that. Yeah, let's flick through some. Hold on.
Some relics. Oh, there we go.
It's in here somewhere. There's like, I think it's the other one I got 1997 as well. I think there's Windows 98 beta and stuff. There's Windows NT Workstation 3.51. Back Office, there you go. Back Office 2.0, NT Workstation 4.
Oh jeez.
16-bit operating systems on a disk. Brilliant. Oh, and every language version of NT Workstation. Japanese. Oh, what's happened here? It's blue screened again. Right, time to try a new drive.
Did you try a new disk drive as well?
That one works. I know that works. That's good. That's a good drive.
Okay.
I'll get another hard drive. Hold on. Got a choice. Well, that's well old 2000. So let's not use that.
It's another Maxter.
It's
so
a 40 gig older Maxter from
not
2004.
with confidence.
This is probably going to scream.
How to break your LCD with ours.
Off. Yes, you listened that time. The LCD actually got free from someone with the Sun workstation. Oh, that's really hot, that drive. Remember when things got hot?
Like PCIe Gen 4 SSDs.
Yes. Yeah, like an i7. Well, not my i7. I don't know what the fuck I'm running. Yeah, the Sunblade, I haven't touched it. Someone managed to get hold of an old version of Solaris. Solaris 8, which I think is what it was running based off of the copyright date, and which is very, very late on considering the machine was from 2001. So I managed to get in it, and then booted from that and did a password reset and managed to get into the OS, which was running GNOME. It's the DE, which was a bit strange. So basically, I saw that and I was like, oh. Right, that's enough of that, and I turned it off and I haven't turned it on since because there was nothing on it. I think the guy who bought it off said, "Oh, I've just run a website on it." There was nothing good on there. There's a few games, but I don't know what to do with it really. Yeah, the ribbon cables, I know they work as well. So unless they got damaged in the meantime, I'm not too worried. That's a good sign. Yeah, GNOME 2. It's all a bit weird. I don't want to. I think I'll reinstall it. I noticed there was 2 hard drives in it as well. But the second drive, there's a load of folders, but not a lot on there. So I think I'll reinstall it with an older version of Solaris, and see what's what. But when I was looking at the board, there's quite a lot of corrosion on it from like, I don't know, it must have been in a damp place for a while. Like the legs on the caps, on the surface mount caps on the board, some corrosion on there. And there's no like battery leak or anything, but I need to go through it. Where's the music gone crap again? This is like Caravan Palace almost.
Oh, we're still listening to Tech House.
No, it's just house. I'll put Tech House back on. That'll do. Right, this is the final attempt, and then I'm going to bed.
That's the one.
I'll put this to bed.
I might start saying that when I'm at work, actually.
This is the last time I'm going to look at this issue. I'm going to bed.
That was me all this week trying to figure out MDT.
Yeah.
Well, not figuring out MDT, but figuring out why sysprep always fails on Windows 10.
I want it so it pops up with the box asking for the host name.
It does that when you do it through Light Touch.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It did, at least for me. Right before you select which task sequence you want to use to deploy the image.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if you're using like an unattended XML though. I mean, it might bypass that. If you don't use it, you do get the options to set region and stuff before you install.
I just need
one of them's host name, which is really handy.
To install an image that I've already done. Ask me for the host name and work, basically.
Yeah.
With the shit thing is though, on Windows 10 you have to have Enterprise to be able to control lock screen wallpapers from GPO. So every time you change your user, it goes back to Windows Spotlight wallpapers.
Mm-hmm.
Which is annoying. Oh, libretto.
There was something that I was trying to run and it kept failing as a part of the deployment that I was looking at doing. It was something to stop. I think it was to disable like Windows App Store updates or something.
Yeah.
Windows Store app updates, that was it. And it kept failing when I was trying to deploy with that script enabled, and it was just because it was 10 Pro that was being deployed and not Enterprise or Education.
Yeah. They really want you to either go with Azure or Microsoft 365 and pay for Enterprise through there, or just be able to do nothing.
The machines we've already got OEM keys, so why would we, why would we not just use that? It runs fine the way I've got it now. It activates as soon as Windows is installed with the OEM key. It reads it.
Yeah, Azure Quick Deploy, I forgot the name of it. I need to look into Azure Backup for Hyper-V server and do some cost calculations on that, because I'd like to I don't know if it's too far because we've already got off-site backup and 2 copies on-site.
I need to do a little bit of catching up with Azure and stuff because there's like Windows virtual desktops now, isn't there, as well? Like you can run in Azure. So I could do that, having a look at that and seeing if there's anything there that might do for us. Oh dear. It might be like was said before, it could just be the board. It is weird though. Is this after it does the first restart after copying the files?
This is after it just finishes loading the files. So this is the screen where it's supposed to say like Windows XP install, whatever, blah blah blah. What I'll do, I'll change the IDE cable for the fucking turn on. Change the IDE cables around. Let's see. See what happens. I mean, it looks a bit battered, this one, so it could be that. This one's got a bit of smeg on it.
Oh yeah.
And it's a ATA 100 cable, I think, so it's got to be even slower. Yeah, well, it was reading a DVD drive. I mean, the only thing they've changed really is the RAM. Put another stick of RAM in it, but I would have thought there'd have been a different issue and not unmountable boot volume. All the jumpers are set correctly on the drives. One last go, and then we'll call it a day. See, with this PC as well, I thought, well, it's pretty old, it's not really usable, I got it for free. I was going to do a video on taking out different components whilst it's running, just to see what would happen. So that was the whole point of doing this stream, is because I knew it wouldn't be a quick job, so I thought, right, well, I'll throw it together, we'll stream it, and
then we'll torture it.
And then we'll get the machine working, and then I'll use it as a guinea pig for the video. And it's like, I'll remove a stick of RAM when it's running, I'll unplug the 4-pin when it's running, I'll unplug the Molex from the graphics card whilst it's running, that kind of thing. Like half unplugging the IDE connector and just weird stuff to see visually how it would react.
Strictly competence.
But if he wants to retire, I haven't got a hammer, but I can throw it from a great height. Throw it off the roof. That's what I'll do. If we had a blender big enough, I'd put it in a blender, yeah.
Make sure when you're throwing it off the roof that you throw it into the street so all your neighbours can see as well. He's normal.
Black screen. Okay. Now I'd be more tempted to say it's RAM.
You put the other stick back in now that it's copied the files.
Oh, there we go. Just a bit slow. The what stick? Yeah, it's got two 256 sticks because it complained about memory, didn't it? Oh yeah, that's the one. Remember them calls? My PC keeps going off, and they're putting their feet on top of the tower, or tipping it over, and a power cable comes out.
Yeah,
Unreal. Some people are so stupid. Or my phone keeps going off mid-call.
There'll always be like a network cable as well, which doesn't have the where the clip snaps off.
My phone keeps going off, and then it turned out that it's daisy chained. The PC's daisy chained off the phone, and oh fucking hell! It's just stop fucking kicking the cables. Oh my god! The side panel was off as well. No users in the office, yeah. No, they're just all at home with laptops. They're gonna break themselves.
Oh, don't get me
started. And you're nowhere near to even touch them.
No, that just means that whenever they're remoting into the PCs at the office, they just keep shutting them down.
Ah, yeah.
And then they can't connect on the next day. And then you have to just hope and pray that Wacom LAN's enabled.
Just tell them to stop kicking it. Jesus. That's what I've liked since moving job. Instead of working on a service desk when you're doing an outside tea, I can have a proper go at them for doing something wrong. Yeah. No, you're pressing that. Look, your notepad's on the bloody control key. That's why. You can't exactly do that when
when people are paying you to be shouted
when they're literally paying you. Mate, you should have took a picture of it and showed them what it looks like when it's in and working properly, and then maybe they would have critiqued your photo and paid attention to it and listened as a result. Oh, here we go. Oh, you fuck. Man, I'm done with this. Piece of shit. Actually, one more time. I'll take that sticker ROM out. And then I'm calling it.
Because you're running a Sempron in an Athlon X2 case. It's the case, mate.
It's the case, mate. Yeah, the case is faulty. I've got this 1 gig stick I could try. I'm not sure if it is DDR2. I don't think it is. It says PC 3200. I'm not sure, you know. Just compare it. Yeah, it's definitely DDR1. Right.
4 terabyte RAIDs at bro. Jesus Christ.
That's fast. I've got a 2 terabyte
What,
RAID
RAID 0?
homework. Oh no, wrong thing. I don't store backups on it though. It was
It's
for
fast to lose all your data.
it was for fast basically. It was for fast. I think I was restoring backups to it and running them in a VM, so I was like, I'm not bothered. And they were Seagates, so we've not failed yet though.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time. Oh, is this the stick I tried before? To the post. Yes. Oh, man, I hate HP and Dell servers. Thing is though, we've just not got a chance with RAID 0 at all. And that's a lot of data to be holding on it. I mean, you could just buy 2 more drives, do a RAID 10 or just a RAID 1. Or 1 more and do a RAID 5. Duh. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. That's a nope. Tell you what, storage space is the worst idea I ever had. That was a nightmare.
I think that's what I'm using now on my server.
It's just, it's not great.
This was just because I couldn't be bothered plugging a monitor in and doing it through hardware. That's a whole nother level of laziness right there. Just creating software over RDP.
Let's try this.
I do need to revisit it though, but I do hope to upgrade from the 2 2TB drives that are in there. Get some sort of RAID 5 going instead of RAID 1.
Do you want an R720, mate?
R720?
Yay, we're posting. Yeah, I've got to go ahead to retire the one in work. But it's the 2.5-inch chassis, so it's not really. Yeah, don't do RAID 5, do RAID 10
RAID
instead.
10.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, but then I need to buy 4 hard drives.
You only need to do it the once. Pretty much.
I was just waiting to see if any prices would come down really more than anything, because I want to upgrade to. I was thinking perhaps 6 TB drives at this point.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah, I could go ZFS.
Hope you like using more RAM.
Yeah. Well, that's that was what I was just about to say. I've only got at the moment 16 in there, so.
That was the thing in my use case. I'm not going to buy more RAM.
Server 2016 as well.
Yeah, it was for me. It was I don't really know how to use FreeNAS, but I don't really know how to support it. So if it went wrong, I don't know what to do basically, and it's got my personal stuff on it. And when I had it all set up and I was doing performance testing, the performance was great, amazing. With I think it was 6 2 TB drives with an SSD cache. It was great performance. But it was using 12 gig of that RAM, and I still needed to run virtual machines. So I'm not buying more RAM. I already bought 2 more drives. So I'd use it at home, but it's just I'd rather use Windows at home because that's what I'm used to. That's what I know how to sort. And if it's my personal files, I don't want to have that risk. And yeah, I'd never use it in work because it's not what I'm familiar with and I don't know enough about it. So, hardware raid for now.
Yeah, no, we
See
were
what
speaking
happens.
about servers at home. I think at least you were, weren't you? You were speaking about your home server, all your personal files.
Yeah, basically 2 reasons. I don't know how to sort it if it goes wrong, and it's using all my RAM, and I'm not buying RAM. That's why I didn't end up using
The only
it.
reason The only reason I'm using
Depends
server
what you wanna
2016 is because get it free from university. So I've got pretty comfy with Hyper-V and everything running on it. It's all set up quite nice.
I'm still on 2012 R2. I think I've got to do something about that.
Yeah, catching up to you. Watch yourself.
I love it. 2012 R2 is the best. It's all I know.
But then, you know, it comes the question of I do want to get it properly sorted. Like, I want to get a proper server board as well for it, and a CPU upgrade as well. I'm only running 3570K in there, like a Xeon, which is equivalent to like 4770K. You know, 4 cores, 8 threads, sort of deal. Can't remember the model of it off the top of my head. That'll be the one you've got, won't it? Haven't you got a Xeon? 4 cores, 8 threads.
No, it's like i3 on a super micro board.
Are you still using i3?
i3 super micro board. And it's got IPMI and all that, so that's what I wanted really. Dual gigabit on board. It's got USB 3, which is nice. It's not like I'm downgrading. And 4 memory slots because I was on a mini ITX board before. So I think you can do 64 gig. Here we go, let's see if it blue screens. $10 gig is like so good. Oh no, here we go. No, it's not RAM either. It's got to be the board.
Tried everything else, haven't we, at this point?
Let's put.
Besides different install media, I suppose, but
Let's use a TAC CD drive from 2000. Let's try that instead, because I know that works, and we'll see if that's the issue. Yeah, put that CMOS battery in as well.
right. Well, I'm just gonna be right back for 1 minute.
Oh, I haven't took the disc out, come on. Off. Oh, it's a DVD. Let's go for a disc DVD drive. Yep. I'm surprised the SATA works. Well, using IDE. Alright, I'll try this one instead. I'm thinking of running 10 gig in work as well, because I thought it was Cat 5e we had, but it's actually Cat 6, so I think we can just about do 10 gig. And for restoring backups in a disaster recovery situation, I think it'd help a lot. Right, let's try.
What are we trying now? New disk drive.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what VIA chipset it is. Yeah, I'm trying a different disk drive though, because it's a DVD install. If the drive works.
These rich people wasting valuable DVDs to burn XP to.
I know, what the hell is that about? Oh, the activity light on the drive is just on and it won't do anything. Next, let's go for this really loud Pioneer.
Yeah, 10 gigs. Yeah, I think if I was to buy the new hard drives from my server, 10 gig would probably make sense because I'd probably be seeing the performance benefit transferring back and forth to the SSDs in my system. So I'd probably only really directly link it to the server though. Just have my PC and the server linked together rather than doing the whole network at this point.
Well, it's a little bit expensive for Switch, but you can get a 24 gigabit Switch with 4 SFP plus sockets on it for about 230 quid. Which, because SFP plus 10 gig is the cheapest from what I've seen, and you're looking at about maybe 30 quid a nick, I think that'd be the way to go.
Yeah,
it seems still reach
yeah.
your last time I looked anyway, which was when I put mine in. But it seems like the best option. So. Nasty. Yeah. This Apple drive is actually mint because it was out of a Power Mac G4 and it looked like it had never been used. And of course, because the front was hidden behind the flap on the case, the front is mint. There's not a mark on it, but it's not the fastest. I think the laser needs adjusting. That's what happens when you mess about with old shit. It doesn't work.
It ain't work.
I wish I still kept at least one of the G4 towers I had. Some of them are Quicksilver, but one of them was like the weird green one with the pinstripe front. But it was a dual 1 gigahertz or something like that. Well, it might have been 733, but it was a cool machine. It had a Rage 128 Pro in it. Other than it's really
What was it that you had? Was it a Mac Pro or was it a G5 that you had lying about?
I had a few. There was 2 Mac Pros and like 4 or 5 G5s.
I remember you showed me the one that leaked and completely corroded everything.
I've still got that because I'm wanting to rebuild it, the liquid cooled one. Maybe one day. Hey, do you know what I saw actually the other day? One of them. Come on, BID. Yes. Acer drive from 2005. One of them Dell. What are they called? XPS with the, is it H2C? Cooling. Remember? I think you told me about them.
Which one, sorry?
One with the H2C cooling.
Oh, the Dell XPS?
Yeah, I think it was like, it used the Peltier cooler in liquid.
I do want one.
This one was a bit battered and it was the case only. And they wanted shitloads of money for it. Oh,
Need to get one
has
very
he done
good
it
neck.
again? He's not took the disc out again.
Yeah. Go 8-bit guy and get your paperclip.
Not saying anything. How fucking stupid have you gotta be? Honestly. That's something I would have done when I was 10. How did it even come to mind? Oh, I just used a paperclip. Brilliant. Bridge 110 volts with a paperclip.
No, but he checked continuity before he did it.
Means nothing. Unreal.
No, mate. He's the 8-bit guy. You know, he knows his shit. Okay.
Now it's not detecting any drives. Shit, you not. It just says none.
What was that about though? Like, I still don't get that. Why he dremeled the dremeled the drive, the power supply. Sorry. Instead of dremeling like the head of the screw or just waiting for the tool to arrive.
Yeah. Apparently he was in a rush. Well, I don't understand. But he's not like, he did like an apology video or something. Oh, now they're showing. And the apology video, well, it's not an apology video basically. It was just giving excuses as to why he did things. I'm like, there is no excuse. You literally used the wrong things to do something.
Did he say it with his gun on his back?
More likely to work. It was more likely to work. He used the right tool in the first place for the job in hand. Doesn't pay to cut corners.
And it's what happens when
I've
you
learned
don't
that
take
so
pride
far,
in
and
your
I'm
own-
not very old. He was rushed for time, yes. Yeah, I'm sure all of them computers at Computer Reset wouldn't be there for much longer. Wouldn't have been that 50 years or whatever it was. Come on. It's probably the IDE controller's buggered. It's trying to read it. Yeah, I can hear the hard drive. Like powering down and back up. For some reason. Let's see. Right, this is the last bit. I'm gonna have to call it there. Here we go. Spin that disc.
Start your engines.
Jesus.
Must be 72x.
Sounds like it's struggling.
Sounds like what happens. It sounds like you got 2 CDs in there.
They're just slipping. Oh my god. No. That's it. Apple II CD drive. I've never seen one of those. Oh, okay. It just didn't bother. It stopped bothering. Into the bin. Good news is I can reuse the case at least. The case works.
Is actually a DVD drive that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. Well, my graphics card works. That's nice. I can stick that in a system now. This drive.
Make sure you take that card out when you throw it off the roof.
You ready? Oh, I didn't quite pull all the wires off. Oh no, it's like doubly secured. Okay, it's not that broke. Well, what a piece of shit.
What crap have you bought now?
It was free. Yeah. So, I think this stream was pretty successful, but
It was a successful failure.
it was a successful failure.
Yeah.
Technically, absolutely on point. But I think I'll do it again. I'll do another stream, but I'll go through. I don't know if I told you, but bought Photoshop 6 on CD.
Ooh.
But it came with Illustrator 8 and something called PageMaker. And PageMaker's still sealed, brand new. So I was gonna fuck about with them and put this in another system. Nice card. At least it works.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, fun watching me get beaten by a pile of crap. Man, this is usual. This is usually what happens on a Sunday. Every couple of weeks I'll be like, right, I'm gonna go and fight with some computers.
Because he doesn't get enough of it during the week.
And this is what happens. Well, that's the thing. It's like I don't really go home and mess with the same shit I'm doing at work because this is old. So it's like it's different enough
Yeah.
that it's actually somewhat interesting. Yeah. If I had a blowtorch, I would make that heatsink really hot. It's a nice cooler, I think. So I can't believe I wasted thermal paste on this now, though. And because it's socket 754, the CPU is no use whatsoever. Good spread though. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not much of a software guy, so fighting with Linux isn't my idea of pleasure. Right, okay, I'm going to call it there. Thanks for joining us, everyone. See, technically the stream was a success, so there's more to come, I guess. Right, I'm ending it before it gets any worse. Goodbye.